It's so fucking hot in here. Hello, beautiful people. Today, I'm gonna be rambling again. And thank you for, no, that's not what I mean. But thank you for coming here today. Yeah. I'm excited to get started. So, let's do that. Yeah. Okay, love you. Let's go. So, today I, am recording in my car. And I'm wearing my pajamas and I looked crazy. And I went to Starbucks. Originally I was trying to go through the drive-thru. So I have on like the pants that I slept in, which are like Christmas pajama pants. Like fleece, and it's like 80 degrees out today. And like I have a Busch Garden sweatshirt and they don't match. And I look crazy. My hair is in like 2 braids and they're like hair sticking out. Like, I look an actual mess, and I went into Starbucks because the drive-thru line was too long. And, like, I was like, this is so awkward. But I got a really good, drink. I got an iced peach green tea lemonade, and I've never had it before. And I'm having it for the first time. These 2 little children are in, like, a stroller, and they both looked at me. That's so funny. But, yeah. And it's so hot. I'm sweating. I might take off my sweatshirt, but I might not. I don't know yet. I can't decide. There's like no shady spots in this parking lot. It's very annoying. It's so obnoxious. Like, I'm parked underneath the tree, but the shade is like not really facing me. But it's the coolest spot in the whole parking lot. I'm like, this is very annoying. Oh, they have such a cute mailbox. Oh my god, I love that. It's like blue and like metal. I'm so glad that I do not have a metal mailbox, though. Like, mine is like a wooden post with like a metal, like actual mailbox. But, or like, I really am glad I don't have a stone one either. Because a few weeks ago, I was turning into my driveway and I had to write something down because I didn't want to forget it. Because that always happens. It's always the ideas that you don't write down that are your best ones. Because you're like, I'll remember it. And then 2 minutes later, you're like, what was that idea again? And you never get to write it down. And it's lost forever. So I was writing it down. And then I look up. And next thing you know, my mailbox isn't up. And I was like, oh my god, I just knocked over my mailbox. There's a little dent in the front of my car. Yeah. But it went down pretty easily. So I said to my dad, like, I called him on the phone, and I was like, I kind of made an uh-oh. He's like, what did you do? And I was like, I kind of knocked down the mailbox. And meanwhile, we've had that mailbox since as long as I can remember. So it's at least 15 years old, if not 18. Like, I think it's like, it's been up for a really long time. It's been up for my whole lifetime, pretty much. So, like, it's been up probably at least 18 years. So, like, I was like, he was like, uh-oh, did it, like, come out of the ground? And it, like, all came out in one piece. And I didn't realize how much, like, how much goes into putting in a mailbox. I was like, yeah, you could just stick it back in the ground. Like, it's all one piece. And he was like, no, like, you took out the cement. Like, you knocked it right out of the cement. And I was like, well, I was going, like, under 10 miles an hour. It went down pretty easy. Like, we're lucky that didn't fall on someone. Like, I was like, that went down pretty easy. And then I ended the phone call. I was like, but on the bright side, we have no mail. And, like, it was because he took in the mail already. He was like, yeah, I took it in already. And I was like, oh, well, at least I hit it down at the right time. We got the mail. Like, perfect timing. But then, he makes me go to Home Depot with him that night because he was going to Panera after, and I wanted food. And he went to Home Depot first, so I would have to go with him to Home Depot. And I was like, I don't want to go to Home Depot. I was just planning on taking my car, going to Panera with him, and then leaving when he goes to Home Depot. But he made it so I had to go to Home Depot. And I was like, this is my punishment right here. This is my punishment. He's forcing me to go with him to Home Depot because I knocked down the mailbox. And then so, like, he's picking up, like, 40-pound bags of gravel. And, like, he's tilting over a little bit. It was pretty funny. He did, like, a spin to, like, balance. And then when he puts everything in the car, I was like, good job, teamwork. And he's like, what the fuck did you do? And I was like, well, I took the mailbox out for you. No muss, no fuss. And he just rolled his eyes and went back in the car. But I was like, that mailbox came out pretty easily for me barely tapping it. It was like laying down on the floor. It was like I ran someone over, like, you know, in like a like TV show, like the corpse outline. That's what it looks like on the fucking on the sidewalk. Like, it looked so depressing. Like, I was like, how did that come out so easily? Like, that was just so upsetting. Like, I was like, that's not my fault. Like, absolutely not. Like, I tapped it, but it went out really easily. But I was like, thank God we didn't have a stone or, like, a metal one that didn't come out of the ground and, like, would have caused more damage to my car. And, like, I have so many dents on the front of my car. It's so bad. It's terrible. So next week, me and my best friend were talking about, like, taking a trip out to Montauk, which, for anyone who doesn't know, Montauk's, like, the very end of Long Island. And so we're gonna, like, take a trip out there. And then last time, like, this time we're gonna drive. But last time, we took the train out there. And then the train station is, like, a little far from, like, the actual town. So then I was like, oh, we'll just take, like, an Uber to, like, the main part of town. Meanwhile, so we, like, go on the train. Then our Uber comes. The Uber guy is very nice. Our Uber driver is so nice. And then he dropped, like, I just put in, like, for the location to drop off, just Montauk. Because I thought it was going to bring us to, like, the middle of town. And then, so where it tells him to, like, drop us off, he's like, here? And there's literally nothing around. And I was like, yeah, right here. Like, so confident, too. Like, thinking it's just, like, a block away. We get out of the Uber. And it was, like, a $20 Uber for literal 2 minutes. And so we get out of the Uber. And we're like, where the fuck are we? So then we had to walk another half hour just to into town. Because I'm like, I'm not paying for another Uber to fucking, like, get us again and try this again. So I was like, fine, whatever, we'll walk. We walk all the way there. And it was so hot. We were sweating. Like, it was so fucking hot. And then we finally find, like, a place and we have food. And it was, like, a really cute, like, grocery store, like a health grocery store, but also, like, a little restaurant. They had really good sandwiches and stuff there. So that's definitely where we're going to lunch when we go. But it was so cute. And then, like, you see, like, all of, like, literally people living my dream life. Like, the moms that, like, just went on, like, a walk. And, like, they don't really have much to do for the day. Like, they're going to get lunch with their friends. And then, like, that's my life. That's my dream life. I will have that life. I know it. Like, I'm like, I am meant to do that. Like, I don't want to have to do anything. That's, like, my ultimate goal. Not to have to do anything. But do things because I want to do them. That's the goal. Like, they're living their best life. And then, so on the way back, we're like, fuck it, we'll just walk. We're not even paying for an Uber. And we just walked back to the train station. And then we went through, like, this little cut-through at one point, like, off the side of the road. Like, through, like, these little woods. And found, like, a little lake. And then we started walking more, and it was someone's backyard right there. And they didn't have, like, a fence up or anything. And, like, they're outside tanning, and we're like, what the fuck? And then, so then we, like, run away. Like, that was so funny. That was just such a fun trip. Like, the train ride was fun. But the annoying thing about, like, the train is like, especially when you go out east, is like, the further out east you go, like, the less trains there are per hour. Like, there'll be, like, one at, like, noon, one at, like, 3, and one at, like, 5. And then that's it. If you, like, if you don't get on those trains, like, you're screwed. Like, one time I took the train out to, like, the Hamptons with my friend. And it was, like, the returning train, there was only, like, one at, like, 3 p.m. and then one at, like, 10 p.m. Like, we're like, what the fuck? Like, it was, like, a weekend, too. We're like, why are there, like, no trains running? It was middle of summer. And we're like, this is so stupid. Like, maybe it wasn't a weekend. Maybe it was a Thursday. That might explain why. I don't really remember when it was, but I remember going and it being very hot. And I spent $80 in a bookstore. And 20 of it was just on a fucking tote bag. But it was a very cute tote bag. I really don't know where. Oh, I do know where that tote bag is now. Yeah. Ouch. I just scratched my back. That hurt so bad. It was a really cute tote bag, though. That's, like, a good quality. It's, like, a canvas one, and it says, like, books, not bombs. And it's really cute. Yeah. Speaking of books, I just had my last English class on Tuesday, and I'm so upset about it. Because my English professor is legit one of my favorite, if not my, is one of the best, if not the best, and my favorite professor I've ever had. And that includes, like, also teachers, too, that I've had before. Like, literally my favorite person that's ever instructed me. Like, I was so upset. I was like, I have one essay to do for that class now. But I was like, it's not the same. Like, I like going in there every Tuesday and Thursday. It's the one class I look forward to. Like, and we also read this play. It's also a movie that I was talking about last week with the holy water. Yeah, that one is called Doubt, a Parable. It's a really good play. Like, I was actually really invested in it. That's what I have to write an essay on. Yeah, such a good play. Oh my god, I watched a movie last night that literally made me sob my eyes out. It's called A Man Called Otto. Such a good fucking movie. It's on Netflix. Here's a trigger warning right now. It is about suicide. I'm gonna talk about it a little bit. So it's about this man who lost his wife, and then so he retires from his job, and like he was about to kill himself, and then no matter what he tries, he like literally can't succeed for the fact like there was like an interruption every single time, and it's like such a good movie, and it's like he goes from being alone to like finding a support system. And I was sobbing at the end because also the wife's name is Sonia, and that's my best friend's name. And, like, he was like, my life ended with Sonia. And I'm literally crying just thinking about it because, like, I could relate to that. Like, me and my best friend, we talk about this all the time. Like, that if we lost, like, the other one, like, we would be lost. Like, I can't really remember a time without my best friend. And, like, I don't want to know a time without her because, like, I'm literally crying thinking about this. Oh, my God, she sent me this one video on Snapchat the other day. And it was, like, she was sobbing. And she was, like, I just saw the saddest thing ever. It was, like, one animal got, like, run over by a car. And then, like, the other animal was next to it. And she was, like, I think it was, like, his best friend or something. And she was, like, that would be me to you. I'm sobbing thinking about it. I just love her so much. Like, I don't know what I would do without her. I really don't. Oh my god, we went out for... What did we go out for? We went to, like, shopping and then Carvel. But so we went to Target. Then, I was so proud of myself. I didn't buy anything at Target. That's very rare. That never happens. And I was like, I didn't buy anything. Then we went to the dollar store and there was nothing good in there. They didn't even have music on, and I was like, what the fuck? I hate when stores don't have music on, because it just, like, the music in the background just, like, helps with the silence of the store. So then, because one time I was in Route 21 with my friend, and we were, like, that day, we're just going through all the stores and then, like, criticizing the clothes that are, like, hideous, like, giving our opinions, like, things like that. Like, oh, this is cute. Oh, this would be cute if we did this. Like, blah, blah, blah. You know? But then Route 21, it's really hard to criticize clothes because there was no music playing. And I was like, there's barely anyone in the store. I feel like everyone can hear my conversation. Like, same with this Dollar Tree. And then after that, we went to Carvel. I got cookie dough ice cream, which was so good because it was, like, you could tell, like, it was, like, fresh or something because it wasn't even touched. Like, it was so good. And then Sonia got a raspberry sorbet, and then she got Oreos and gummy bears on it. And I wanted to throw up when I heard her say that. Like, I was like, like the Oreos itself, but like the gummy bears too. It's such an odd combo. Like, I love her, but I can't even. It's like when, like, a child goes to an ice cream place and is like, oh, I'll take the gummy worms, what are those? Like, with, like, bubblegum ice cream or cotton candy ice cream, gummy worms, marshmallow sauce, and, like, this used to be my order. And, like, cake. Like, that used to be, like, shit I would order. It would be, like, the most rancid thing ever. And it's, like, it's just sugar, and it tastes amazing when you're a child. Like, it hurts my teeth to think about. Like, but yeah, so then after that we drove, like, down to a little marina, and we just, like, sat in the car. It was so fun. And then, like, there was this one, like, there was two people, and we couldn't tell if they were, like, a mother-son relationship or if they were dating. And when they passed by, like, me and her were both staring at them, and my windows are not tinted at all. You could see crystal clear in here. And so, like, we're both staring at them. And then as they walked by, I was like, I can't tell if they're, like, parents or date. And then before I even finished the sentence, my best friend screams. She's like, I was thinking the same thing. Like, we were both trying to figure it out because they had, like, there was a really large age gap and they had similar facial structure. But, like, then the way she touched his arm, we're like, huh. Like, we're like, what's going on? Like, I really couldn't tell. I was like, like, because it was, like, plastic surgery similarity facial features, you know? Yeah, it was just so funny. And then we just, like, sat by, like, the water for, like, an hour or two. It was very fun. We had a lot of fun. The other day, I was driving around this one, like, neighborhood, and, like, it's not, like, a private, like, neighborhood. It's just, like, their town has, like, not a gate, but, like, walls, but not, like, it has, like, an open entry, but, like, walls in the front, and, like, with the sign and everything. And then, so I was, like, very nosy. I was like, I want to see what's behind these. And it doesn't say, like, you can't go, like, through them. Like, I'm not doing anything shady. I'm just nosy as fuck. But it was, like, really dark, too, because it was late at night. It wasn't even that late. It was, like, 9 o'clock at night. It was just dark. And there's, like, no street lights. So then I'm driving down the main road. And then I'm getting to the very end. And there was someone behind me, too. I'm getting to the end, and I see, like, these, like, headlights. And as I'm getting closer, like, I'm like, oh, it's, like, a police car or a security car. Because I could see, like, the other light that's, like, the searchlight kind of thing, you know? And, like, these lights are so fucking bright. Like, I'm just trying to fucking figure out, like, where to turn around. Like, I don't know where I'm going. So then I'm, like, driving, and these fuckers' brights are hella, like, their lights are so bright. I'm being blinded, so I could barely do, like, my 3-point turn. It was, like, a 30-point turn. And then this fucker finally realized, like, his lights were blinding me and I don't see where I'm going. But then he turns on, like, just the, like, twinkly lights, because also the person behind me didn't know to turn around either. And I'm trying not to back into the person behind me. And, like, or back into a bush, because the roads were, like, pretty narrow. And so I'm, like, being blinded. I'm, like, where the fuck am I going? And then he turns on, like, his, like, the, like, blinky lights, like, the red lights. And I literally thought I was gonna get a ticket. And then I was like, wait, he's just a fucking security guard. Like, he can't give me a ticket. So, like, at first I pulled over and I was like, wait, no. And then so then I left. And I was like, afraid I was gonna get, like, in trouble for trespassing. But I was like, I just can't fucking see. Like, I don't know where I'm going. I'm just nosy. I just want to see, like, the houses and stuff. Like, I want to see, like, it was, like, nice-ass houses. Like, it was, like, really rich people living there. But I was just like, I want to fucking see these houses. Like, I love architecture, so I was like, I want to see what these houses look like. Like, big houses are, like, I love the big houses. Like, personally, if I had, like, a giant house like that, I would love, like, the trees in front of it, so then people can't see your house. But I hate when I'm the one trying to be nosy and see, like, but for me being nosy, that would be the exact reason why I would have the trees in front of the house, because I know there's other people like that. Like, it's just, like, it's obnoxious, but it's also, like, smart at the same point. Oh my god, that dog is so small. I love little doggies. They're so cute. But playing with big dogs are so fun. But, like, I would not want a big dog. Like, I like playing with other people's big dogs. But, like, I would not want a big dog. Like, I would be the first bitch to fall over when they pull me. Like, Like, it's not, like, a fair fight for me. Like, oh, that doggy's tail is down. I don't like when doggy tails are down. Like, I like when they're sticking up, like, because that means they're so happy. Oh my god, it's so hot in here. I really can't. Okay, so because it's so fucking hot in my car, I'm gonna have to end it here. Because, like, it's just so hot. I love you guys. Thank you for joining me this week. Oh my god, I'm sweating. I'll see you guys next week. Keep slaying. I love you. Mwah.